Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Mazda MX5, this time at Lime Rock Park for the classic layout. So it's the classic layout. It means that it's going to be a really close race and we're going to spend our entire time fighting down that main straight. Should be a lot of fun. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. What we do if you are new to my channel is we do a hot lap and then a breakdown lap, and then we're back in the car a final time with the driving line on for you guys that use it. Right, let's start the lap. Okay, let's start the hot lap. Smashing it down the left-hand side, looking for that one marker, trailing it off, down to third gear, down to second, trying to get back on the gas as early as possible. Feels like it takes forever, that corner. Leaving it in second gear, tiny dab of the brakes, back on the gas as early as possible. That's really important here because we're back on for quite a while. Up to third, using that inside camber. Leaving it in third round here, over to the left-hand side, big lift, cut the corner, get on the curb. Airborne slightly here. Looking for this last tree on the right-hand side. Little break, jumping the curb, exit nice and wide. Don't go any wider than me though there. Up to fourth, tiny little lift, get on the curb, exit wide again. And there you have it, a 56.863. Right, let's do the breakdown lap. Okay, now for the breakdown lap. So actually we start our braking just at the 2 marker there on the left hand side. As we get there, we're braking up to about 60% in a straight line. We're going to trail it off, just clip this inside curbing, dropping it down into third gear, still a tiny bit on the brakes, and now I'm actually just dropping it down to second gear and putting some maintenance throttle on, trying to get onto full throttle as early as possible, mounting that curb on the right hand side, and we're back on full throttle nice and early. Back over to the right hand side. Now, rather than change up to third gear here, because you're only on the throttle for a tiny bit longer here, I leave it in second gear, just let it rev out, move back over to the left hand side, little dab on the brakes, only up to about 30%. Steering it round to the left-hand side, and what we're wanting to do here at the apex is cut the corner and get on the gas as early as possible. So as you can see, very early on in the corner, I'm at 100% and trying to make sure that I stay over to the left-hand side so that I can go round here to the right-hand side, still absolutely flat, up to third gear, exiting nice and wide, don't go on the grass there. Just clipping that apex on the right, back over to the left-hand side, getting right on this rumble strip, opening the turn up as much as possible. And when we get here, we're going to do a lift down to like 10%, and then we're getting back on, and we're back on 100% throttle nice and early just before we mount this curbing on the right. So you will lose a little bit of traction just here as we go over the top of the hill, so try and make sure you've got a straight wheel for when it lands. And then our last braking marker, it's these big bushy sort of ferns on the right-hand side. So as we get to that, I'm just going to dab the brakes up to about 50% briefly, and then get back on the gas. And what I'm wanting to do is try and get on full throttle as early as possible. So as you can see, I've mounted the curbing on the right-hand side, already up at 100%. Exiting nice and wide. Up to fourth gear, and again, just before we get to the curbing, we're doing a little lift just to make sure that we can get the front end in and turn for the corner. And then as I get off the curbing here, well, I'm still actually on it, I'm back on 100% throttle. And there you have it. Quite straightforward, should be good for racing. Driving line coming up next. And now one final run through with the driving line on. As always, thanks for your support. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week.